Alright, noble ones, well thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please remember thumbs up, and if you're not yet members of this community, become a noble one. Subscribe to my channel for more content from the Metatron, and remember, the Metatron has spread his wings. Goodbye. Okay. Noble ones, we need to talk. As you know, I'm a gamer and I've been enjoying video games since, well, I don't know, longer than probably most of you have been on this planet. Now, here's the thing. One thing that I've always looked forward to, particularly, after work or perhaps after a stressful day at university, school, whatever, is to create a new character. I don't know how many times I created new characters in Skyrim. I mean, never mind Oblivion, even before that, Morrowind. It was like, always, let's try and experience this incredible adventure. One time as an elf, and maybe next time I'm going to be a rogue, or perhaps next time I'm going to be a knight. No, I'm going to be a vampire. In my opinion, character creation, the ability to create your own hero, is one of the greatest advancements in video game history. I mean, back in the day, some game heroes were amazing, but here, that's what you've got. You're a blue hedgehog. And I think it was Morrowind specifically, the first game that allowed me to create a character, at least in my experience. And what would you do? You would start, choosing a race. You can be an elf, perhaps a dark elf. I want to be a little, dodgy. Or perhaps you'll just play as a human or an orc. And then after you choose the race, what do you choose? And I've got to say, it's so ready for demonetization. Up to, I don't know, maybe 2-3 years ago, it was pretty simple, straightforward, male or female. But no. That's not possible. I mean, in the very fact that I said this, they're gonna try to cancel me. Well, you know what my opinion is when it comes to politically correct bullshit, when it comes to snowflakes, when it comes to, and excusing the old-fashioned names, but SJWs, woke, all of that kind of situation, people that are just going to cancel you out. You know my opinion? I don't care. Now, given people also been accusing me of, well, you've been making all of these controversial videos because you want the money. What people don't understand is when I usually tackle these topics, I get a very nice yellow dollar sign when it comes to monetization. I mean, look at my video on sex and sexuality in ancient Rome. How dare you say the word sex? Of course, even though that video got over 1 million views, I'm making pennies on the dollar. How about my World War II video, where, of course, I had to mention, well, World War II, and boom, completely demonetized. Nothing for all that work and research. I don't know, call me old-fashioned, but I think some things need to be said, even if I'm not gonna make money out of it. I don't know if you noticed, but the words male and female have been systematically removed from video games. Why? Because they offend people. Video games cannot dare to use male and female. Now you have to say body type A, body type B, and it's so stupid. Like literally, I remember the first time I saw that. I was creating a character and I'm like, body type A, body type B, where is male and female? What does that mean? I literally got confused. For a moment, I thought it meant something else. Like, what's a body type? Like, does it mean that I'm gonna be slender or a little more, like me in reality, got a little extra fat because of all the pasta I've been eating? It's that what it's allowing me to choose? Where is male and female? I mean, shouldn't I first choose if I want to be a guy or a girl? And then it clicked. What has been happening is that the words male and female have now been demonized. These words cannot be used anymore. If you say them, people are gonna tell you shit, such as, how dare you force your bigot ideas onto a person? How do you know when you say a male, that that person actually identifies as a male? How do you know? That's so disrespectful towards the character. How do I know that the character on screen, the orc that I'm playing on screen, is a cisgender orc? How do I know that when I choose male, that's what that character is identifying as? How do I know? How do I dare? Well, I'll tell you how I know. I know because when I'm creating my orc in Oblivion, one thing I'm sure is that that's a bunch of fucking pixels. So they don't identify as anything. My orc isn't cisgender or non-binary or gender fluid. My orc is pixels, polygons. He doesn't exist. He's not conscious. He's non-sentient. It's an illusion. My orc doesn't exist. What that means is that whatever I choose, whether I choose male or body type A or female body type B, it's not gonna offend my orc, because again, my orc doesn't exist. But what about if you offend the person that is actually creating the character? If you make a person choose between male and female, how do you know that if they choose male, they didn't actually, even though they were born a biological male, another word that they don't want you to use, by the way, but it's just you and me for now. What if they were born a biological male, but they're not cisgender, and therefore, as you present them with the option of male and they choose male, how do you know that they actually don't identify as a female? If said person is not cisgender, they were born a biological male, but they do not identify as a male, in fact they identify as a female, you know what they can do? Choose female! Literally, these games now, have you seen Cyberpunk 2077? It literally allows you to choose anything. You can choose the size of your own endowment if you choose for a body type that is male, body type A. You can choose to have a vagina, even if your body looks like that of a guy. You can choose to do the opposite. You can choose to have boobies or remove the boobies. You can have fuchsia hair. You can do whatever you want. Do I have a problem with that? No. More power to you. As far as I'm concerned, you can increase the amount of options you get in the character creation so that you can make your character look like a frigging flying crab, and I don't care. Great. Put it all there. Give all the options on the planet. I'm not gonna use it. I'm gonna create either a long-haired, muscular guy or a beautiful girl with a reasonable amount of, that's what I like. I don't know. I'm simple. But my idea of fun doesn't necessarily have to align with your idea of fun. So, if you want to create a character and you want to spend 16 minutes choosing the level of length of your personal endowment of your, privates, and then you only want to have half the chest of a guy and half the chest of I don't care. Do whatever you want. But precisely because all of this now is available, what's the purpose of body type A and body type B? There is no reason for that to be there. You can do whatever you want. You can create a straight character, a gay character, a bisexual character, a gender fluid character. You can create a transgender. You can do whatever you want. So what is the problem with words male and female? I'll tell you what the problem is. They want these words removed. The cancel culture people, CCP, let's call them CCP, are the progressive, future, open-minded, and me, I'm the bigot. Right, so I'm like, okay, I'm like, yeah, choose whatever you want, I don't care. Them, oh no, you need to remove these words because they offend me. And they are the open-minded? Guys, I think it's important to say these things because I don't know how many people there will. And I feel I have a responsibility to speak up, even if that means losing money. And for that, I have to thank my Patreons. Yes, it's a plug. At least I'm transparent about it. But thank you to my patrons that allow me to, feed myself and my wife and pay for my rent, even when I don't get monetized for videos because I speak truths. Mark my words. Watch another couple of years, and they're gonna start saying the M word and the F word. Now, given M word, I think that works. At the end of the day, it's there right next to the N word, so it's gonna work wonderfully. But the F word, it's already taken, mate. You'll have to come up with a better PR. Literally, we're gonna get to the point where you're much better off saying the word fuck, which is the actual F word, than saying female. That's gonna be the new F word. There is nothing wrong in saying male and female. It doesn't mean that I'm now not being considerate when it comes to people that aren't cisgender. No, it doesn't mean that. It just means male and female. It's a descriptive word. It's describing what I am choosing perfectly. There is no hate attached to it, like there is with the N-word, which I think we all agree that it's a word we don't want to use. There is no discrimination attached to it. Now, I personally really like the take of Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. That's a game I bought to my wife, and in here you don't even get body type A and body type B. They didn't even bother with that. They went this one, that one. I mean, yeah. Oh gosh, that was funny. But yeah, this game that is very much satire and sarcastic had a very good approach. They're basically saying, we don't really know what to say, we don't want to get involved with all this, just like, you know, this one and that one, and nobody gets offended. But nobody shouldn't get offended in the first place. Although then again, you also get to choose your pronoun. Well, I'll have to make a dedicated video for that. Do you want to know what this is? I'm sure you've all studied at school evolution by natural selection. This, the cancel culture, the snowflakes, not considered politically correct and all of this bullshit, it's the evolution by unnatural selection. That's what it is. We are literally going backwards. The other day I was playing Valheim, one of my favorite games ever. I have like maybe 500 hours on that game, and you know, I wanted to read an article or two trying to see, I want to make sure that I understand all the mechanics in this game. How do you find a merchant and whatnot? So I googled Valheim guide and I started reading. I then ran into this article, and as I was reading it I thought, this article, I'm surprised it hasn't been cancelled. Let me show you why. Valheim Guide for Beginners, getting started. Before you even play the game, you're going to have to create your character. You can choose to play as either a man or a woman. Oh my gosh, this already is like cancelled. From there, you can pick a variety of hairstyles and set your hair and skin color. If your character is a man, you can also choose from several stylish beards. Name your character and then you move on to the next step. This already? Oh, they're gonna cancel it. They said that only if you choose to be a man can you have a stylish, long Viking beard. This is gonna offend the woke to the point that they're gonna start screaming, getting all red, because how dare you, because of all the transgender thing. And I'd like to underline, I'm not against transgender people. In fact, it's not transgender people. Transgender people don't give a crap about this situation. It's the woke, and they are different. They are the ones getting offended. They're playing the devil's advocate, because nobody gives a shit. I mean, if you Google it, can a man get pregnant in our day and age? The Google answer is, yes, of course a man can be pregnant. And then this is reinforced by Netflix with this. I'll have to make a completely separate video on transgender. Again, I'd like to underline, I'm not against transgender people, I'm not against LGBTQ+ people, I'm against people who are idiots and people who are taking the fun out of everything. They're taking the fun out of video games. We are talking about people that think that they are the open-minded ones, people that are so close-minded that only accept opinions exactly the same as theirs. And the moment you say, you know, I don't really think there is anything wrong with the words male and female, oh my gosh, you're gonna be cancelled. And you know that people have tried cancelling me for having opinions, controversial opinions such as the fact that the Roman Empire existed. I was attacked personally. People try to discredit me. In my opinion, I think it's important for you as well to see this, because I know that a lot of people that watch this content and watch this channel are young people, and I believe that this CCP, this cancel culture people, they are brainwashing the youth. And I think it's important to give you someone that you can refer to as a young person that really exposes their bullshit, because it is bullshit. The words male and female are scientific words. You can hate it as much as you want, it's reality. Males and females. Literally, let's keep it simple. And video game companies, please don't enable these people. Please go back to writing male and female. It's not an attack against non-cisgender people. And I think the majority of LGBTQ+ people agree with me. It's only a very loud minority of idiots that are ruining the fun for all of us. Please do not empower these people. These people do not represent your faithful fans. I want to say the majority of people have absolutely no issues with having to choose between male and female. It's a bunch of pixels. Nobody's gonna get offended, except for you know who. Is that the kind of people you want to sell to? Don't use body type, male and female. There is nothing wrong with it. Keep it real and stay truthful. I've already said my ending at the beginning, so I think I'm going to stick to that and leave it to that, since we are talking about putting everything upside down and getting confusion and whatnot. How about that? Ciao!